real estate, multifamily included, is really hard to manage. And it's particularly very hard to manage at scale. So the biggest owners in the country have 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000 units. And it's really, really tough. You're talking about having a workforce of 10,000 people. You have 10,000 employees at least. And so these are really people intensive businesses that are super hard to manage. So I think that's one of the barriers to being like a Google where you have 80% market share in search or something like that, right? It's really, really hard because of the people side to really scale in this regard. So I think that's contributing to the fragmented aspect of the business. Another point that I have going back to brand loyalty is I think this concept speaks to why you don't see it being all that popular for properties to brand themselves with a consistent
Mm,
branding. Like Greystar doesn't name
mm.
all of its properties Greystar on the rocks, Greystar at 7th, Greystar this, Greystar that, right? There's a few companies out there that do that, but it's not a typical thing to do, and I think that's why. And I think that is, we people ask us, oh well, why don't you name your properties with like a consistent
Lone
name,
Star, this, that, or whatever it may be.
or
Well, it's kind of
whatever.
difficult. Yeah, it's difficult for the next owner to come in because now they have to change signage, they have to change this, they have to change
Yeah.
that.
So Cortland, to counter my point, Cortland is the number 8 largest owner in the country. They have 75,000 units, and they do actually name all their properties Cortland this, Cortland that. Cortland is a good operator. Cortland has a good name. I don't know how much really goodwill they actually can transfer over from property to property. Probably to some extent it does work, but that's a somewhat unique example where they do rebrand the properties.